Hi, my name is Laurel Beard and I am an adjunct professor of voice here in the School of Theater Arts at Illinois Wesleyan University. And what that kind of looks like is I have about 14 BFA MTs and we do weekly private voice lessons together, and then once a week we have a repertoire class that meets where all the MTs and the professors come together and we share performances and we share teaching ideas, and it's just really very much a collective learning environment. And then I have had the wonderful opportunity of vocal directing several shows while I've been here, a senior showcase, and most recently our fall 2020 production of Chess, which is my favorite show in the entire world. So I started at Illinois Wesleyan in the fall of 2016, which means I am on my 5th year here, and currently I'm on my 10th semester. Where does time go? So I am actually from Bloomington Normal originally. I am a Bologna townie. So for my undergraduate degree, I went to Georgia State University, which is in downtown Atlanta. And then for my master's degree, I went to Illinois State University, which is actually here in town. Both of my degrees are in vocal performance, and since graduating, I have had the wonderful fortune of being able to sing opera, both internationally as well as here in the US. My favorite roles have been Violetta in Verdi's La Traviata, which I was able to sing in Italy. I had a ball singing Rosabella in Frank Lesser's The Most Happy Fella, which rhymes, Bella Bella, with Prairie Fire Theater, and 2 summers ago I was in Israel singing with Jerusalem Lyric Opera. I sang the role of Gilda in Verdi's Rigoletto, and most recently I was with Charleston Opera Theater doing a concert. So yeah, I love to perform, and I also love to teach. So a fun fact about me is I take after my grandmother in a lot of ways. She just turned 101 on February 2nd, and I collect a lot of the same things that I watched her collect growing up. So the first one is stuffed animals, which yes is definitely juvenile, but I've never aged out of loving stuffed animals, and neither is she. It's something we both kind of have in common. So I will show you some of my stuffed animals. This is Leopardo da Vinci or Leopardo DiCaprio. Either is appropriate in this case. I like to give them quirky names. This one is Timothy Elephant. Do you get it? Okay. And I like Timothy because Timothy is made of different vintage saris, so I love that. And then, well, this one's just Penguin, but to be fair, this is one that my husband got me when we were dating. We got it from a county fair. So yeah, okay. And then the next thing, oh my goodness, I collect journals, and so does my grandmother. My grandmother has kept a diary every day of her life since she could write. So 101 years on this planet. Crazy, right? So I have been journaling since I was 15 years old. I've got about 18 journals and counting. And for me, journaling is not so much like Dear Diary. It's more that I really, anytime I have like a positive realization, or there's a Bible verse, or there's just like something that inspires me, I like to document it, because on the days where I'm feeling down, I can look back and re-find my energy and my inspiration. And so I think it's really important for me. And to be fair, if I ever die and someone reads through these, it will look like the ramblings of a crazy woman. So there you go. I think I've fallen in love with theater over the course of my lifetime. Theater to me is about family, and it is about storytelling, which I know sounds really cheesy. For me, growing up, I never felt like I was good at anything. I loved to paint and draw, but I had friends who were much better than I was. I wasn't good at sports. I wasn't a great dancer. And school was really hard for me. I worked really hard at it, but it didn't come easy for me. And so I just remember being on stage when I was a kid with my friends. We were in church doing some Christmas cantata. And I remember thinking that this was something I could do, and this was something we could all do together. And it didn't matter who you were. You could just be yourself, and you would have the love and support of an audience. And so for me, that was a really powerful thing. And then kind of that relates to that, another memory for me that sticks out is I was somehow able to be at the opening night of Jagged Little Pill at the American Repertory Theater in Boston. One of our alum, Leanna Stute, she got me in. She had done work on the show. It's a miracle. I remember it was just a really special night for me. It was like there was electricity in the air, and we were all here, and it was like this thing that was greater than all of us. And I somehow ran into LaShawns in the bathroom that night. Before I knew who LaShawns was, she had tears in her eyes because her daughter had just been on stage that night, Celia, and I don't know, it just made me realize this whole thing is just about family. Here's a mother watching her daughter, and it kind of lives on. So, yeah.